Sugar cravings. We all have it to some degree or another. And if you were formula fed, like I was, then it's actually programmed into your very existence. I did a video a little while ago about, the deeper meaning behind why we are attracted to sugar. And if you haven't watched it, make sure you go back and watch it. But for those of you who did and kept asking me, okay, now that I know I'm addicted to sugar, how the heck do I stop? Well, today I'm going to share with you my absolute favorite tips to help not only myself, but my clients stop taking all that sugar in that's causing them so much harm on so many different levels. So make sure you stick around and watch the rest of this video. And if you want to learn how to get all the issues out of your tissues in the best possible way and learn exactly what state-based healing is really all about, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell and stick around so you don't miss another really great video. Okay, so you know that you're addicted to sugar. We all know we're addicted to sugar. But now that you really know and you want to try to break free of this horrible vicious cycle, how do you do it? Well, it's totally doable. However, it does take a little bit of time and effort on your part. But you know what? I absolutely think you're worth it. So let's get right to it. First and foremost, make a conscious effort to do so. And not just I really want to get off sugar. No, I mean make a absolute concerted, conscious effort and put it out to the universe that I am going to stop my crazy sugar cravings. Here and now. Absolutely. Write it on paper. Or better yet, tell a friend. Find somebody that can hold you accountable. And maybe you have a friend that wants to do this too, and you can hold each other accountable. I think that's a great idea to have a buddy system. Absolutely. It's usually what I do because I know if I don't have somebody holding me accountable, then what happens is it's so easy to fall off that bandwagon real quick. So make sure you make a conscious effort, make a determined conscious effort, and state it to the universe that you're going to do this. And then grab a buddy that you can share this with. And I will say this, do not have a family member be your buddy. Just because, even though we have family members and we all love each other, and some of us more than others, family members sadly can be very brutally harsh on us. And probably we to them. So I always try not to have a family member be my, accountable buddy. Find somebody else. Find a really good friend that you can just support each other in this. Those are the top two ways that you can really actually start finally breaking yourself free of this crazy sugar habit that you probably have. And then next, start to really be aware of everywhere that you are getting sugar in your daily intake. So obviously it's easy when you're eating candy or cookies or chocolate bars or, the obvious reasons pop of sugar. Absolutely, get rid of all those. However, there's lots of ways that sugar sneaks into our lives and we're not really aware of it. And I'll share with you those sneaky ways that we are getting sugar that we don't really realize we are. And I'm going to share a little story with you. So my daughter, when she was in high school, had a friend who had said, I'm going to stop all sugar for 3 months just to prove that I could do it. And I thought, you know what? Good for you. And so about 2 weeks in, she came over for a sleepover, was hanging out, and I noticed that she was eating lots of bagels and bread and muffins and things like that. And I'm like, I didn't want to say anything to her because I didn't want to rain on her parade because she was so proud of herself for not eating junky sugar like ice cream and candy and all that kind of stuff pop. She let all that go, and kudos to her. However, did you know that processed carbohydrates are a massive source of sugar? We often don't think of it that way, and it's probably why a lot of people don't really get the results they want when they think they are doing good. Because here's the thing, All carbohydrates break down into glucose in your body. And yes, vegetables are a carbohydrate, but they're a really healthy carbohydrate because they have lots of water and fiber content. Fiber null and voids the carbohydrates. So think of it this way, and I do this all the time, and I taught my kids and my clients to do this. When you're looking for something to eat and you want to do it something easy and simple that's processed because you don't have time to make a meal all natural from scratch, I get it. However, start really reading those labels. So if you read the back of the label, the first thing I do is I go and I look at the carbohydrate content. And if it says 20, then not bad, but not great. It means all of that is actually going to break down into sugar in your body. Absolutely it is, within minutes. But then look at the fiber content. And if, say, it says 2, then that takes that carbohydrate to actually an 18. So, not really any better. But if that product has like 20 carbs, but it has 7 or 8 fiber content, then that brings that down significantly. It brings it down to like 12, which is really, really good. Still, you're getting sugar. So I always say, okay, avoid all processed carbohydrates initially so that you can actually really get rid of those sneaky areas of sugar in your diet, at least for a little while. Okay, so now that we're going to get rid of the obvious sugars. Then we're going to get rid of the not obvious sugars, which is the carbohydrates. And then the processed carbohydrates. Eat lots of vegetables. Another way that we often get too much sugar is, people, and I see this all the time, is clients are like, well, fruit is really good for you. You should eat fruit all the time. Yeah, I know. Fruit is really high in sugar. Yes, it's a natural sugar, but it's still sugar. In your body, sugar is sugar. It doesn't matter where it comes from, it's sugar. And it's going to affect your cells the exact same way, no matter what kind of sugar it is. So maple syrup and honey and all these little sneaky ways that we think, well, I'm getting a better sugar. No, sugar is sugar. Let's just leave it at that. Now, if you want to get some fruit into your body while you're doing this, which I'm going to say at first, for the first 7 days, get rid of all fruit. Get rid of all fruit. However, if you really are craving a little bit of fruit, then have a berry or a little handful of berries, because berries are the lowest sugar content fruit out there. But again, what I always suggest is give yourself 7 days, just 7 days, to avoid absolutely all sugar. And I will say this, that first 7 days is going to be difficult. It absolutely will be. It's not an easy process, and you might get headaches, you might feel exhausted, you might be crabby. You'll probably be crabby. But bear with, really hunker down, again, lean on that friend and hold each other accountable and help each other out. But I'm going to share some tips to help you kind of get over that initial 7-day hump. But first of all, share with me below in the comments. Have you ever tried to get rid of the sugar from your diet? And if you did, how successful were you? Okay, so these are my absolute odd but interesting tips to help you actually get through that first really difficult week of sugar cravings and desires, because it's gonna want you to sneak back in there and get that energy and make you feel better. You want to get rid of the headache or improve your energy again. Getting through that really crappy detox slump, this is the best 2 ways that I do this. So what I do is if I eat a meal and it's a really healthy, clean meal, no sugar going into my body, but my body still feels, I want a snack, I want a treat afterwards, I want something sweet. When that happens, I run into the kitchen and I grab a big heaping teaspoon of coconut oil. I know this sounds disgusting, but put it in my mouth and after I chew it up, make myself think that I'm eating something. And then if I need to, I swallow a big glass of water with it, and then I wait. And generally within 2 to 3 minutes, all of those crazy feelings and need for something sweet goes right out the window. Why? Because actually fats, and healthy fats, not bad fats, healthy fats, satiate you so much better. Really so much better than sugar. Sugar is like a crazy high and low energy, right? we eat it, we feel and then it goes away and then we feel But fat is like a constant, steady, solid energy. Makes you feel good. Makes you feel fuller faster. So if you're trying to lose weight, that's a really fast and easy way to curb your appetite so you feel satisfied and actually have good energy. So coconut oil, I know. And if you get headaches and you feel just crabby and have low energy, another really great way is to use Himalayan salt in a big glass of water and drink that a few times through the day. It'll get rid of your headache, and it'll also replace a lot of minerals and energy that your cells need to kind of pick itself back up while it's detoxing. So Himalayan salt in water and coconut oil when you feel a bad craving coming on, those are absolutely my two oddest, but totally usable and actually work tips. So give them a try and let me know if it works or not for you. And if you try those and you're still really struggling with this, then I suggest you head on over to my website and grab the actual weight loss kit. Whether you need to lose weight or not, the remedies in that kit will help you on not just a physical level break free of those crazy cravings, but also on a mental and emotional level as well, naturally, safely, and effectively. And if you want to dive even deeper, I've just started a new Feel to Heal membership site, and I would love for you to pop over and have a look and check it out. It's all about you empowering you. If you really like this video, remember, be kind and hit that like button below. I'd appreciate it. And if you want to learn a little bit more about, state-based medicine and how your thoughts and emotions really are affecting your life, make sure you pop on over and check these other videos out. So until next week, remember, be authentic, be empowered, and own it completely.